This video is a little bit different. Coach Ben sent me a video today. He's been going through some of my training and he had some good points to make. And I thought that I would address them by making a video. The first point that Ben made, Ben, thanks so much for making that video. It was so helpful and I needed that reality check for sure. This is why I love having you as my coach. And I feel like if I didn't have you, there is no way that I would do this Ironman. So if you're thinking of doing some difficult training event, i.e. Ironman, marathon running, or you're training for a race, contact Ben or watch his stuff. He knows what he's talking about, and I've seen the results already in some of the things that he's done. I may not be the best athlete to follow the plan sometimes. I have my reasons for why. Recently he pointed out that he's noticed that I've been getting sick. He watches my videos and he assesses them and he's noticing a pattern of me getting sick.
A trend that has been appearing is just you getting sick. And I know that parents, as a subsection of the population, get sick more often than non-parents. But what I'll remind you is that your body, your immune system and your body's ability to fight potential diseases, right? All the times that you were exposed to various germs, bacteria, and didn't get sick, that's all drawing from the same energy resource as recovering from training does, right? So for every day that you have a hard workout and you recover from training, your body is now splitting energy between fighting disease and recovering from training. And if over a certain period of time, you're exposed to more bacteria or stronger bacteria or virus or whatever the thing is that might make you sick, if that's just stronger a little bit than this normal baseline where you're sharing energy with recovering from training, well, guess what? That foreign invader, bacteria, virus, whatever, is going to have an easier time sinking itself into your body, and that's what gets you sick. So what I want to remind you is that training is weakening your immune system.
And in result, my body's expending energy, recovering, and not having enough energy left over to fight illness and ailments. Usually viruses brought in through being around my kids or being around my girlfriend's kids, and just illness, and that's a great point. I'm going to listen to that, Ben. 100%, you're right. Second thing you pointed out about my overtraining, doing more than what you suggested.
You had a hell of a long run and you did great, but you ran for a duration that was almost double what the prescribed duration was. So generally, it's okay to run longer than the prescribed duration, assuming you're keeping your effort controlled and you're fueling that extra time. And you have no other factors in your life, or not factors, but you have no other things in your training environment that indicate that you shouldn't do that. And in your case, you might. I put that duration in there for a reason. And I'm not just blindly, it's not just the result. I mean, it starts as a result of a math problem of progressing you to where you are at any given point, to the volume you need to be at to be ready for Ironman. But on a week-to-week basis, part of what my job is to make sure that I'm tuning those values up or down to make sure they fit in with what else is going on in your life.
It's more of a personal thing. My kids are gone for 2 weeks on vacation and they're having a great time, but I really miss them. It's the longest I've ever been away from my kids, and running has always been my kind of mental cure for when I'm feeling low or down or just struggling with things. And the further I run and the longer I run, the better I feel. And I went for that run the other day. I didn't plan on running that far. I planned on doing the hour and 40 minutes that you suggested, but I started running and I started feeling good, and I was just chasing that feeling the whole time. I don't know if that's runner's high or whatever it is, and I felt great the whole run. And I was feeling really well. I will put that in the notes, because that was another thing Ben mentioned, was I had to make sure I write down my fueling. I don't always do it because I don't always know the exact numbers, but that's definitely important. But I did fuel. I took plenty of food with me, energy gels, fruit, granola bars, and I felt well fueled for the first time for the completion of the run. The next day, I would be lying if I said it didn't catch up with me, and I did regret doing that long a distance. and I kind of had a feeling I was going to get a message or something for you, basically saying why. I completely respect your training plan, and as you say, there's reasons for why you put those time slots down. Second thing is, I guess in my head, I am a little nervous that I won't finish the Ironman, and maybe I feel somewhere that by training really, really, really hard every single day, that I'm going to somehow help myself. It doesn't make sense afterward. You said I feel silly, but it's always lurking in the back of my mind. I'm very positive about finishing this Ironman. It's really important to me. I guess I just know that it's going to be hard, and I'm going to have to find something in me during that run at some point, and I guess I'm trying to find that before I get to it, so I know I can do it. I guess that's just not how it works. You're the expert, and I'm going to listen to exactly what you say in the plan, and yet I do change things around sometimes on that, and I guess I should tell you first before I do it. It's mostly just adapting to my own schedule, and I know you have your schedule, and for me sometimes last minute things can change really quickly, and I just know how to do it on the app, so I do it myself to save you the time doing it. I still try and keep all the workouts that you put in place for that week, and I just kind of move them around, i.e. recently where I'm working is very far from where I go swimming, so swimming I haven't been doing like I have, and I've been using that time more so training on the bike, because I feel that's where I'm lacking the most. And in the pool I'm feeling great, and I'm sure you can see my stats with my heart rate, and I'm leaving that pool feeling good. I'm not saying I'm not going to swim, I'm just saying it's really hard next couple of weeks while where I'm working. It's the difficulty for me is basically training for an Ironman and having a full-time job, and that's why it seems to be a harder task than for someone that may not have a job and that's their full-time career, which would be lovely if I could do that as a career, but I'm obviously not that good yet. Anyway, Ben, I really appreciate the video. We'll definitely have a chat. I think we should do a video together. We've mentioned it before. I guess we both just haven't found the time to meet up and do it. Anything else in that video you want to mention? Thank you for the advice about being on the bike.
Well, congratulations on the new bike. That's amazing. Congratulations. You said you're going to have no problem keeping your heart rate where it needs to be. I see that. I mean, you were really cooking on this thing. Very sorry to hear you got buzzed, though. With every time you get out on the roads on your bike, you're a little bit taking your life into your own hands. There's several steps you can take to try and keep yourself safe, and I hope you are taking all those steps. But what there will always be are people who don't understand, drivers who don't understand that the road is for everyone, and no amount of your preparation is going to affect their attitude that you are encroaching on their space, which is obviously false, right? But like, you're not going to change their attitude, right? If someone's dumb enough to think you're encroaching on their space, they're too dumb to actually have their opinion changed by either you or me telling them something new, right? But the thing that I want to just remind you, and I think you handle it very well by not actually interacting or engaging, is that a lot of these people, that behave this way out on the road, they want an interaction because they are in a murder death machine and you are vulnerable. And it's rare to have that kind of power over someone in life, right? They want to have that interaction because they know that they cannot lose that interaction, right? Someone in a car will never lose an interaction to someone on a bike, right? And they know that, and they want to have this power over you. That's why they might even aggressively overtake or decide you're in there. That's why they're dicks, right? It's because they know they can win the interaction. So the only way that you can win the interaction is to not give them an interaction.
Because if that guy had stopped the car, I would have definitely reacted. I was very upset that person had so little care for my life that they did that. And I've seen videos where people have hit bikes, and I even told some people about this, and I thought I'd get a response as, "Oh, I hope you're all right. Yeah, those drivers." But the response I got was the opposite from some people. It was, "Well, bikes are annoying. They're in the way." For me, if there's someone on the road that's not safe, I move as far over to the side. And in all honesty, when I'm out running, drivers are great. I wave at drivers every time they take the time to move over, and they're usually great. I guess on a bike it's different because you're on the road, not at the side of the road. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Thank you, Ben. let's talk about this video after you've seen it. Anyone else that's watching this video in its entirety, it might not make complete sense. It might not make complete sense to you. I just wanted to put this out there for anyone else that's kind of serious about this type of training. I love hearing everyone else's stories. I follow a whole bunch of people that are doing Ironman, and my algorithm is just full of biking, swimming, and the odd funny dog video. So see you in the next video.